Hi ladies. So what we're going to talk about on this video is what to do with an invoice on Square once you have it created, because there's a couple different things that you can do with it. So you can see on this top line right here is an invoice I created that I just sent to myself. And so what I want to do is show you the different things you can do with it. So first of all, Square doesn't charge us anything to create an invoice. So there's no fees or anything like that associated with invoices themselves. The only fees that will occur once you're past your free processing amount is that once they collect money from a credit card, then you'll be charged the processing fees. So whenever you click, whenever you're wanting to do something with the invoice, just click on the invoice itself. And you can see up here, number one, you can see when it was sent, when it was due. You can see when it was viewed. So if someone tells you, oh, I never saw it, you can come on here and you can see if they actually looked at the email or not that had their invoice in it, or if they actually haven't seen it. You can resend it very easily. Okay, so you can just click send and it'll send another email to them. You can click edit, which will open up the invoice if you need to change something. Now you can only edit an invoice before it's been paid. After it's been paid, you obviously can't change an invoice at all. But if they haven't paid it yet, you can still edit it. And then when you click on more, you can do any of these. So say someone really wants to pay you via PayPal, or they sent you a check, which I don't recommend doing unless you really know someone, or they ended up giving you cash. You can mark the invoice as paid. It's not going to charge you any fees to mark it as paid. Okay, so this is just really to keep record for you. You can come in here and you can click on any of these to where you're able to see how it was paid. You can add notes. You can also note here it says notify recipients that this invoice was paid. So they have it for their records as well. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can do it mark as paid. Just click confirm there. Okay. You can also cancel the invoice if someone decided that they aren't going to pay for their pieces, if you can't get a hold of them, if you accidentally created two invoices, any of those, you can cancel the invoice. Now, on something like this, like if someone paid me with PayPal and I don't want to mark it as paid necessarily, I just want to cancel it, I'm not going to notify recipients that it was canceled, just because it might be a little confusing for them. Now, however, if I do have a customer that for whatever reason hasn't paid their invoice and I can't get a hold of them, I am clicking this and I am going to confirm cancellation. And when I do that, they will get an email from Square saying your invoice was canceled. So that's kind of my way when someone hasn't paid their invoice. It's kind of my way of saying, and you didn't follow through on your obligation. So therefore now I'm canceling your invoice and you're not getting your pieces. Okay, so that's how you can do that. You can duplicate it. Square, when someone is trying to pay their invoice, they will only allow the card information to be entered 3 times incorrectly before they cancel the invoice. Okay, that's for your protection and for the customer's protection, but mainly for the customer's protection. Most of the times when the information is not correct, they don't have the billing zip code correct, they don't have the 3-digit code. I mean, usually it's just something really simple. It could even be their bank or credit card not recognizing Square and then not letting that charge go through. That doesn't happen very often. But it is possible. And so Square will cancel an invoice. When they do that, if your customer is wanting to try a different card or still wanting to pay, you can duplicate the invoice and go ahead and send that invoice to them again. So that just saves you a little bit of time of having to go back in and type everything back up for them. Now, this share is actually the best tool that you can have for your Square invoices, because what you can do is you can copy this link. You can send it to people in an email, on Facebook Messenger. You can post it. You can well, I don't think you can text it because this is on your computer. I guess if you were on your phone and you could maybe figure out how to do it. Anyway, this is a link to that person's specific invoice. So a lot of times the invoices will get like lost in the email shuffle and they'll say, well, I never saw it. So you can send it to them via Facebook Messenger. You can send them this link and say, this is for your specific invoice. If you click on this, it'll take you to your invoice that you can pay. Okay. So that's really an awesome tool to be able to use when people say they can't see their invoice or they lost it or whatever. You just go click on share, copy this link, and then share it with the person, and then that'll give them a clickable link that they can go to and that they can pay their invoice just like that. Okay. You can print it if you want to as well. Okay, so that is basically all I wanted to show you for the different things that you can do with the invoice. Okay, good luck, ladies.